about my nose.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's what it looks like. Intermittent misting bed. So, take a look. Underneath this frame is 4 mist nozzles. And every 15 minutes, these come on for 3 seconds. And they just cover these softwood cuttings in a light mist, which doesn't like drench them in water, but just keeps them a little moist so they don't dry out. So this total cost me about $130, about half of which is just from the timer. The timer is pretty expensive, which we can take a look at. So this is a irrigation timer. The brand is Galcon. It's a 4-station timer, so you can set 4 different systems into it, and it's programmable in seconds. That's the main thing that you need to look for a misting bed. It's pretty easy to use. I initially went with one that just connects like to a spigot and a hose, which could be in seconds, but it was pretty low quality and it didn't work out, so I went with this. The way it works is this is plugged into AC power. It has a backup battery to keep the program stored in it in case the power goes out. And there's a wire, this is just a speaker wire, and it goes, I buried it underground just for ease. It comes out here, and it's attached to this solenoid valve. And the way it works is whatever you program in, it will send an electrical signal, which opens this valve and allows water to flow through for a certain amount of time, and then it closes. So when the mist comes on, it's just a quick burst, and it stops. So there's no dripping and anything like that. This is just connected to a hose, and the hose is always on, just under pressure, and the water is just waiting to go in there. And when the timer tells this valve to open, the water goes in, the mist comes on, and that's that. Let's see. What else? This is just a 1/2-inch PVC pipe. I made a little cross thing here just to support it and keep it straight. The nozzles themselves are a little hard to find. You have to go, I got them on growersupply.com. They're threaded, which is really nice, so you can unscrew them if it gets clogged or something and clean them. So yeah, you just put a little threaded coupler thing, and yeah, I learned there's not too much information about this for like someone who's doing it for just their backyard, not on a commercial scale. But there's a good series by Jim Putnam, which I'll link to, and he's the one who recommends these. And yeah, these are some hardy kiwi and non-king cherry cuttings, which I just took a couple days ago. And I prefer to put them in these little seed trays so I can move them around rather than having a big raised bed. But yeah, as you can see, this is the size is about 10 feet by a little over 3 feet, and you can do hundreds and hundreds of cuttings just in this small space and potentially produce a huge amount of plants for people to sell or just give away, which is what I'm going to do. So yeah, hope that is useful. And
Do you want to talk about the structure?
oh, okay. Yeah, the structure is just a 2x4 pressure treated lumber making a rectangle, and this is 1/2-inch CPVC pipe, and you just drilled a 5/8 inch hole, which is exactly the same size as the pipe, and you just jam it in there, so it's not even glued or anything, it's just really tight, a couple inches down into this wood here. And yeah, just bought this cheap plastic. It's UV treated greenhouse plastic, and I screwed it in using, I don't know, this is kind of a unique thing. It's just leftover foam from our house construction, and just a giant like 2-inch washer and a screw, so that way the foam prevents it from like ripping out, as if you just like screwed something like a piece of wood or something into it, it might rip out more easily, so use the foam.
How are these things that stick up connected to the pipe?
What things that stick up?
Those
Oh.
things?
Yeah, it's just a little T. It goes under. It's kind of hard to explain because it's covered with rocks. I just put these in for drainage. Yeah, it's just a little T. Yeah, so it's like a line, a long line, and every, I think it's three feet, there's a T. Yeah, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification.
Voila!